What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. It is that time of the week. Yes, I am finally giving you guys my roster update predictions for the Friday, June 8th roster update. So it's been 2 weeks since we got the last one. JD Martinez went diamond in the last one, and in this prediction video I'm going bold with it. I've got a lot of predictions that I think are going to come true, so there's a lot to unpack, so it might be a little bit of a longer video this time around. Just a couple things to clarify, just to remind you guys how I do these roster update videos. Number one, these are my opinions and my opinion alone. If your opinion differs from mine, leave it in the comments. Number two, I only focus on upgrades and upgrades up to a tier. So I don't focus on somebody like maybe Max Scherzer who might get an upgrade, like he's already a diamond, he's already going to be expensive. That's not what I'm focusing on. And I do not focus on downgrades. So only guys that are going bronze to silver, silver to gold, and gold to diamond. And of course, number three, these are my predictions. And if you guys decide to invest in a card that I am predicting on here and it doesn't end up coming true, not my problem. You guys made the risk. I didn't tell you to buy it. So with that being said, let's jump into the predictions. So we're going to start it off with bronze to silver, and it's actually pretty light. I only have like 2 bronze to silver predictions this week. The first bronze to silver prediction I have for you guys is going to be Michael Wacha from the St. Louis Cardinals. He's a 73 overall bronze, so he only needs a 2 overall jump to get him to a silver, but he's been dealing this year. He's got a 2.41 ERA, 71 innings pitched on the season with a whip of 1.099. He's got 61 strikeouts. We can't forget that he took a no-hitter into the 9th inning the other day on one of his most recent starts. So he's got the stamina still. He's, fooling batters a lot. And the last 9 starts, I actually gave him a player of the month card as well. I mean, because the month of May, this guy was absolutely crazy good. In his last 9 starts, he's got a 1.60 ERA with a 0.96 whip, and he's got 49 strikeouts with 17 walks in 56 innings. So he is really good for the Cardinals right now. And if you look at his per nines on the game, 58 hits per 9 with 60 Ks per 9. The Ks per 9 may not go up because he's not really like striking out a ton of people, but the hits per 9 are, I definitely think that needs an improvement. And you look at him on the inside edge, he's got plus 14. Like he doesn't need plus 14. He just needs like, maybe a plus 6, plus 7. And I think that will easily get him up to a 75. So I do think Michael Wacha will become a silver. All right, my next bronze to silver prediction is another pitcher. I actually have it as a reliever, and this one's a bit of a stretch. This one I think is going to be kind of tough for it to happen, but I do believe with the season that he's putting together, he could get a plus 5 overall jump. Like I said, kind of a stretch, but we'll see if it happens. But Jeremy Jeffress from the Milwaukee Brewers, he's coming out of the pen for them, and he's been really, really good for them. With Josh Hader also in that bullpen, Corey Knebel, like they've got a good bullpen right now, and he's a big part of it. He's got a 0.60 ERA in 30 innings pitched and a 0.733 whip. He's got 2 earned runs in the entire season. He's saved 3 games, 26 strikeouts, and only 13 hits allowed. Jeremy Jeffress is really dealing for the Milwaukee Brewers right now. If he doesn't get all the way up to a 75, I definitely see him getting to at least a 73, possibly a 74. I mean, if you look at the hits and Ks per 9 on inside edge, that brings him all the way up to a 74 with plus 9s. So even if he just gets that and he's at a 74, I think that's good. I just think this guy is definitely deserving of an upgrade, and I do think it's possible that he does get a plus 5 overall jump. It's going to be a stretch, but I do think it can happen. So those are my bronze to silver predictions. Like I said, kind of shallow right there. There wasn't a lot that really intrigued me that gave me any, more predictions, but silver to gold, this next section of the video, this is going to be wild, boys. I have a lot of silver to gold predictions. I think this is going to be a big week for silver cards. The first guy that I think is going to go gold is Gio Gonzalez from the Washington Nationals. He's a 78 overall silver, so he only needs a plus 2 in order to get him to an 80 overall gold. But he's got a 2.27 ERA in 71 innings pitched this season with a 1.2 whip, 72 strikeouts strikeouts with a 9.1 strikeout per 9 stat. So I do think his Ks per 9 could go up a little bit as well. In 6 out of the last 7 starts, he's given up 3 earned runs or less. And remember, San Diego Studios does these upgrades and the rosters ratings on a 3-year window. So it's not just how somebody's doing this season, unless they're more of like a rookie. But Gio Gonzalez last season, he had an ERA under 3 as well. So he's been really good the past 2 seasons. I do think he has enough in the tank to get him up to an 80 overall gold. I do believe Gio Gonzalez will get there. The other pitcher I'm going with is a reliever. I'm going with Brandon Mauro from the Chicago Cubs. He only needs a 1 overall boost. He's at a 79. He just needs 1 to get him to a gold. I think he can easily get it, because if you look at the numbers he's putting up in that Cubs bullpen, he is dominant right now. 0.89 ERA, 20 and a third innings pitched with a 0.984 whip, 14 out of 15 on save opportunities for them. He hasn't given up a run since May 5th. That's over a month ago. You're watching this video hopefully on June 6th or June 7th. He hasn't given up a run in over a month. This dude's lights out right now. 21 strikeouts, only 13 hits. And if you look at his numbers on the inside edge, +2, just +2 to his per 9s gets him to an 80. I think he can easily get to a gold. I would heavily invest in Brandon Mauro right now. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to position players, and I do think that Scooter Gennett has enough to get him to a gold. Is kind of a stretch, and I do think he might get a Player of the Month card. I mean, I think he definitely needs to get a Player of the Month card. So if he doesn't go gold, I won't be extremely surprised, but I think with what he's doing this season, I think he's starting to at least warrant the discussion of him getting gold, if not him fully getting the gold rating. But he's hitting .344 this year with a .378 on base percentage, .567 slugging, and a .945 OPS. He's got 12 home runs, 42 RBIs, and 14 doubles, so the power and the slugging is really there for him this year. And versus left-handed pitching, he's hitting .369. He's got a .379 on base percentage, .631 slugging, and a OPS over 1,000. His power versus lefties definitely needs to go up. Even his contact versus lefties definitely needs to go up with him hitting .369. I think he can push a gold. If he's not going to get a gold, I at least see him getting to a 78, hopefully a 79 with the way he's playing. But like I said, if he doesn't go gold, I won't be extremely surprised. But I do think that Scooter Gennett is going to be at least knocking on the doorstep of being a gold card. I have him going all the way up to an 80 though. All right, the next guy that I think has a chance to go gold is Jean Segura. I actually think he has a little bit of a better chance than Scooter Gennett to go gold just because of the overall difference. He's at a 78. He only needs a 2 overall jump in order to get him to that 78, or I'm sorry, that 80 overall rating. He's hitting .333 this year with a .353 on base percentage, .483 slugging, and an .836 OPS. He's got 5 home runs, 38 RBIs, 12 stolen bases. Nothing's really going to change with the speed. The speed is already there at 71 with 72 stealing, so I'm not really, asking for a speed upgrade. But he's got 4 home runs and 10 doubles versus righties, and that righty power definitely could go up. He's really hitting the ball well against lefties this year, which is, showed by that 88 contact versus lefties. But his power against righties, I think, definitely needs to come up just a little bit. And I think if you do that and maybe mix around a couple stats, maybe you give him a little bit of a power versus lefty boost, maybe you give him a contact versus righty boost, I think he has enough to get to an 80 overall gold. I think Jean Segura gets there this week. Another guy that just needs a 1 overall boost is Brandon Crawford from the San Francisco Giants. He did just get upgraded last week to the 79, so I could see San Diego Studios waiting another 2 weeks with him, but I think he's pretty damn deserving of a gold card right now. He's hitting .322 with a .371 on base percentage, slugging .500 with an .871 OPS. He's got a .429 average in the last 28 days, and on the season he also has 7 home runs and 26 RBIs. Brandon Crawford doesn't really hit for that much power, but this season the power is coming alive, so I think the power versus righties and lefties needs to come up, mainly against lefties, because he's got a .922 on base or OPS against lefties, so he's hitting the ball well, getting on base. He's also slugging a little bit against left-handed pitching and right-handed pitching. Brandon Crawford needs an offensive boost even more than the one he got last week. I do think think he has enough to get to gold. He just needs a 1 overall increase. I think Brandon Crawford does get there this week. We're not done. We still got another couple silvers to talk about that I think could go gold, and the first of which is going to be Eddie Rosario from the Minnesota Twins. He's at a 78, so he needs a 2 overall jump in order to get to that gold rating, but this season he is putting on a show for the Twins fans. 314 average, 351 on base percentage, 562 slugging, and a 913 OPS. He's got 13 bombs, 40 RBIs, and 15 doubles. He is slugging the hell out of the ball right now. He's got a 380 average in the last 2 weeks, so consistently Eddie Rosario has been the guy that the Twins can rely on this year. I think that his power versus lefties could get a little bit of a boost. I mean, if you look at his inside edge, he's got a plus 14 to lefties this week, and that brings him all the way up 3 to an 81. I don't think he needs plus 14 or anything like that, but you give him a plus 4 to his contact versus lefties. You give him a plus a few to his power versus righties. You know, you just mix it up a little bit. You give him what he deserves. I think that's enough to get him to an 80 overall. He's been a star for the Twins this season. Trey Reesgraf, I do think your boy Eddie goes gold. And finally, the last silver to gold upgrade that I'm going to talk about is Andrew Benintendi. I told you guys I had a lot of silver to golds, and Andrew Benintendi I think is the last spot in my list. He's hitting 294 with a 377 on base percentage, 529 slugging with a 907 OPS. Now, I'm not going to be completely surprised if Benintendi does not go gold. I mean, I think he definitely has the numbers to warrant it, but I'm not going to be surprised because the average is a little bit under 300. He's playing very similar to what his card plays at. Like, he's not great against lefties. He's only hitting like 200 against lefties. He's got 1 home run and like 50 at-bats or something like that. So the power versus lefty doesn't really seem like it would go up, neither with the contact versus lefties, but with the way he's hitting against right-handed pitching, I think he could probably go up. He's got 9 home runs, 41 RBIs on the season, 15 doubles, 5 triples. He's got a 364 average in the last 28 days. I do think Benintendi could get there. I could see SDS waiting for one more roster update in order to get him there. I think he does go gold this week, though. Whew, that was a lot of silver to gold players. Now it is time to get into the majorly fun part, the gold to diamond players. Let's get it started. I'm doing it again. I'm not quitting on Gerrit Cole. He needs to be a freaking diamond in this game, dude. It is a shame that he is still an 84 overall gold. He's got a 2.20 ERA, 81.2 innings pitched. He's got 116 strikeouts. He leads the entire American League, more than Chris Sale. The only person that's ahead of him in all of the MLB is Max Scherzer, who's got like 130 or something. He's on another level right now. But he's got a 0.833 whip, 12.8 strikeouts per 9. Opponents are only hitting 171 off of him. And get this, he hasn't allowed more than 3 earned runs in any start in 2018. In the 81 innings that he's pitched, divide that between how many innings he went in each game, he hasn't allowed more than 3 earned runs in any game this year. Gerrit Cole needs to be a diamond. Those hits per 9 need to go up. I could see the Ks per 9 even going up more too. Give him a diamond card. He just needs a 1 overall boost. It's not asking for too much, SDS. Give Gerrit Cole the love he deserves. I'm an Angels fan and I am rooting for an Astros player. This feels weird, but give him the damn diamond. James Paxton, another 84 overall gold starting pitcher. I do think he has a strong chance for a diamond card. He's got a 2.95 ERA this year, 82.1 innings pitched, 101 strikeouts on the season. He's got a 1.032 whip, 11 strikeouts per 9, and opponents are only hitting 201. So he's keeping the bat off the ball, or at least they're not getting on base very much when he's on the hill. And he's got 2 complete games this year. Obviously, one of them was the no perfecto, you know. And in the last 8 starts for James Paxton, 1.75 ERA, 67 strikeouts, and opponents are only hitting 177 against him. So James Paxton, he showed last year that he is a very, very strong starting pitcher, and then this year he is continuing that, being the Mariners ace that they need. James Paxton, I think, does deserve a 1 overall upgrade. I don't know where the upgrade comes in. I don't know if it's to the, you know, home runs per 9, walks per 9, whatever it is, but I do think he does deserve a 1 overall jump. And the last gold to diamond upgrade I have for you guys is Andrelton Simmons. Yes, this is the last one. So no George Springer, no Gary Sanchez. Gary Sanchez could possibly get downgraded with that 202 average. We'll see. But I do think Andrelton Simmons is the final gold to diamond player that we will see this week. He's hitting 330 with a 399 on base percentage, with a 460 slugging and an 860 OPS. He's got 4 home runs, 34 RBIs, 12 doubles, and 2 triples. He's hitting 338 against righties, so the contact versus righties could go up a little bit more even, and he's hitting 310 against lefties. 310 against lefties right now with what he's done in the past 2. 64 contact does not do him justice. His contact needs to go up. I think just with the contact he could get to an 85, and then who knows, he's got like 4 bombs this year with what, 12 doubles. He could get a little bit of a power boost as well. So I think Andrelton Simmons is has a good shot at going diamond. And I know Andrelton Simmons just got hurt. We don't really know the extent. It's like a sprained ankle or something like that, so I don't know how long he's going to be out for. So I guess I could see San Diego Studios waiting to give him a diamond just in case, like, you know, he might be out for either like a 10-day thing or whatever. But I do think statistically he has enough to get there. So those are my roster update predictions for you guys for the June 8th roster update. Hopefully these predictions come true. Last week they were a little bit more or a little bit less accurate than what they've been in the past. I usually am pretty good with these, but the last one wasn't very good. JD Martinez, I'm sorry, still did not deserve to get a +10 to his fielding or whatever, so that we're just gonna ignore the last one. But anyway, guys, let me know if you disagree with any of my things down in the comments. Let me know if you want to highlight another player down there. People can get ideas in the comments too. So yeah, drop a thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel if you are new to keep up with all the MLB The Show 18 stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.